By 9 p.m. I had a YouTube channel, a brand, a narrator, and a script pipeline. Total new recurring spend $10 a month. I have not published a single video yet. This is the setup log. I'm building a channel about AI tools that run quietly in the background. The audience is one-person businesses who don't have time to chase every new model release. The plan was to finish the entire setup in one afternoon, write down what I tried, and not buy anything I didn't end up using. This video is that log: concept, voice, brand assets, script pipeline, audio pipeline, thumbnail. The whole stack. Nothing about viewers yet, because there aren't any yet. The first real episode, where I find out if any of this survives contact with an audience, ships next week. The first 30 minutes were the only part that wasn't automated. I had to decide what the channel was about, and that decision is a human one. I picked one sentence: AI tools that run quietly in the background for one-person businesses. Not hype videos. Not reviews of every new model. Just pipelines you set up once and don't think about for a month. Then I wrote down the voice. This part one almost skipped, and I think most people skip it. The voice document is one page. It says, calm, slightly tired. The way a senior engineer talks at the end of a long Friday. Sentences average 14 words, hard cap at 22, no game changers, no unleashes, no supercharges. One-syllable verbs win. I saved that page as a system prompt. Every script the channel ever generates starts with this prompt in the slot. Same voice automatically, forever. The document is the brand. Everything visual is decoration. That is the only part of this whole setup that I would tell you to do by hand. The visual brand was 30 minutes. About 10 of those minutes were Midjourney generating 4 icons and 4 banner concepts. About 20 were Python. Here is the thing nobody told me before I started. Midjourney is maybe 30% of the brand asset. Typography is 70%. The Midjourney image gives you a mood. The word mark on top, the spacing, the typeface choice, those are what make it look like a channel and not a stock photo. I used Pillow, which is the Python image library. About 100 lines of code to resize the Midjourney output. Draw the word mark in Sego UI Lite. Draw the tagline underneath in a smaller weight, and save at YouTube's banner dimensions of 2048 by 1152. The advantage of doing the typography in code instead of in a design tool. Every future episode banner uses the same script. I change one line. The brand updates everywhere. No drift. The channel icon was the same process at 800 by 800. Total new spend for this section: $10 for the Midjourney monthly subscription. That is the entire new bill for the channel. Photoshop or Affinity would have cost more, and I would still be aligning text by eye. I went into this assuming I would pay for ElevenLabs at $22 a month. That is what most faceless channel guides recommend, and the voices are very good. Before I clicked subscribe, I tested Google Cloud Studio Voices. There are 2 that fit a calm narrator profile. Studio Q is male. Studio O is female. They are part of Google's text-to-speech API. The free tier is 1 million characters of studio voice per month. One episode of this channel is about 6,000 characters. That is roughly 160 episodes per month inside the free tier. I synthesized the same 50-word brand intro with both voices, listened on phone speakers and on headphones, and picked Studio Q. It sounds like the tired engineer I described in the voice document. The alternate was warmer but read closer to a marketing voice than the calm, skeptical tone the channel needed. The voice you are hearing now is Studio Q at a speaking rate of 0.95. At 1.0 it reads about 18 characters per second, which felt a touch fast. 0.95 lands the 10-minute target without sounding sluggish. I did not A/B against ElevenLabs in the end. The free voice was already the voice. Paying for an upgrade I did not need would have been the first quiet leak. The last piece was script generation. I wrote a Python script that takes the system prompt and a brief, calls Claude through the Anthropic API, and saves a finished episode. About 100 lines. I ran it. It failed. The error said my Anthropic credit balance was too low to access the API. I had a key, no balance. The minimum top-up was $5. Here's the part one want to flag for anyone building the same thing. I already pay for a Claude Code Max plan. That plan includes the same model I was about to pay for per request. The API would have done exactly what an in-session prompt does. Same model, same quality. The only thing the API gives me that the subscription does not is unattended scheduling. A cron job at 3 in the morning. I am not scheduling anything yet. Every script still needs me to write the brief, and that means I am at the keyboard. So I run the prompts inside the Claude Code session for now. The API script stays in the repo, ready for the day I want to wake up to a finished episode. Today it would have just duplicated my subscription cost. That decision saves a number I can put on it. About $8 per month over the first 50 episodes. Smaller than the ElevenLabs save. Same pattern. Don't pay for the part of the tool you don't actually use yet. Setup time end to end, roughly 6 hours from concept to a working pipeline. Most of that was spent on decisions, not on typing. Total new recurring spend, $10 a month for Midjourney. That is the only new bill. What I almost paid for but did not. $22 for ElevenLabs and per request Anthropic API on top of an existing subscription. Avoided spend, about $30 a month. What I was wrong about going in. I thought branding would be the visual part. It is the typography part. I thought I needed a paid narrator. I needed a free narrator and a calibrated speaking rate. I thought more APIs would mean more capability. They mostly meant more bills. No video is published yet. The pipeline is set up. The audience has not arrived. We will see next week what survives. If you are setting up a Faceless channel and want the exact prompts, the pillow script for the banner, and the system prompt I use for every episode, I am putting them at QuietLoops.net free. Next Thursday I publish the first real episode. Same pipeline, real topic, real viewers. If you want to see whether any of this holds up when there is feedback to ignore, subscribe and I will see you then.